20 years ago, Sedna, the Arctic sea goddess, appeared at NONAM for the very first time. Well, now she's back with stories of ice, water, change, and visions of a challenging future. That's good.
Last year we had 2 anniversaries. We celebrated 60 years of museum history and also 20 years of NONAM. And in 2003, the museum, it also changed its name to North American Native Museum. And one of the reasons for that was that a new region was included, the Arctic. And to celebrate the Arctic, we opened up the museum with a special exhibition called Inuit Art. So it was the very first collaboration also with the Cerny collection. And it was also our first encounter with Sedna.
Sedna is the honored, respected, feared sovereign of the seas. She's the mother of all the sea mammals. She controls the hunt. If a taboo is broken, she's the one who keeps all the sea mammals in her hair. People are going to starve if they don't ask a shaman to dive deep into the ocean, to comb her hair, to release the animals, to appease her so the hunt is good again. Sedna is the one who makes people follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, you're not going to survive. This is a perfect example, the island of hunting. Hunting is so important to their survival. It is the art of survival. You take what you need and you share. And here you see the different aspects of it. But there is one object here. It's the hunter with the big fish attached to his cap. He doesn't want to share. And what happens then? Well, Sedna's not going to be very happy with him, and I don't think he comes to a very good end.
On this anniversary exhibition, we invite our visitors on a journey across 7 islands in an archipelago. It is a journey through different important topics. And if you observe the ice on those islands, the ice also tells a story. And it is a story of change in the Arctic. It starts in tradition and it takes you on a journey through change right into the future.
The Cerny collection began when my husband Peter and I bought a Canadian Inuit collection. It was actually through the documentation that we became captivated with the North, with the people, with the culture. We were able to make the jump over the Bering Strait, and that's when our collection included other peoples of the North. The art of this region is so special because you can hear the stories. You can recognize the people's resourcefulness. You realize something about their lives and what they have in common. You realize the holistic way that these people are thinking and treating their environment.
In this exhibition, we represent artists from all the circumpolar regions, and you can see from the different artworks that they have a lot in common, starting with the materials, starting with a style, if you will, and of course starting with their traditions, their histories. They share similar colonial histories as well, and today they are all challenged with the climate change issues.
Here on this island, as you see, the sea ice is melting away. Sedna has now transformed herself into a boat. She's lamenting about the loss of the sea ice. And in the boat, we have a human and we have an animal. She's helping these people cope with the climate change.
When I was a child, the jellyfish were no bigger than my thumbnail. And I went to my brother's marriage about maybe 20 years ago, and they were massive. They were just this big, and it shook me to the point where I realized it's got to be global warming. That winter, I took the time to do some of the jellyfish themes I've done. There's a Sedna with red eyes, but she's being poisoned. That's my culture being poisoned from the jellyfish.
The seal is very important to us. It's for our warmth and for our food and for our clothing. How that environment is right now is, I don't think it can be helped anymore. That our ice is not thick enough for us to travel or go to our fishing lakes.
By providing a platform for these voices, this is what's important to us. So it's our goal, the Cerny Collection, to be able to share the works so that the messages are being heard and even get louder. And we hope that the future will be to expand this dialogue with very many different people. And we look forward to many collaborations, especially like this one with the NONAM.
The exhibition has been a wonderful collaboration with the Museum Cerny and also with the indigenous artists. And of course, this is the way to go for us as a museum, to collaborate with other peoples and first of all, of course, with indigenous peoples. I think contemporary indigenous art is our future as a museum, because contemporary indigenous art reflects their issues, their struggles, and first voices all together.
Sedna still takes the lead, while the ice tells a story that affects us all, of disappearing sea ice, melting glaciers, and climate change, with a big impact on nature, people, and animals, not only living in the Arctic. It is time to listen to their voices and learn.